All right, so you've thought about retirement and now it's time to get some professional advice. So you set up and you want to talk to a financial advisor and you contact him. Well, there's some homework that you need to do. The first of all, you need to figure out your target dates. When do you want to retire, or when do you think you could retire? You need to figure out what your net worth is now, what you think your net worth will be in retirement. In other words, will your house be paid off? Will your cars be paid off? Will you have some kind of a windfall event, trust, inheritance, something like that that's going to happen that would impact your net worth? You need to get all that put together, and you need to put together a budget. So the budget is very important because you're going to take what you spend now is not necessarily what you're going to spend in retirement. Right now, there are several things that you're paying for that you won't be paying for in retirement. Social Security, Medicare insurance, things like that that you won't be paying into anymore. You won't be saving anymore. So you can't just take what you're making at your current job and say, well, I need 90% of that or I need 80% of that. You need to do a detailed budget. So go ahead and go down to the link down below into the website, and I've got a budget sheet and I'll do a video on it that's going to break everything down, and it's going to break it down into needs and wants. Okay, so go ahead, go through that exercise and try to figure out your budget and get it as close as you can. And some other things you need to have ready to talk to a financial advisor are what location you want to live in. Do you want to stay in your current home? Do you want to downsize? Do you want to move to a different state? All those things can have implications as to your retirement income. If you are planning on moving out of state, do your homework and make sure that you know about their state income taxes and how they tax retirement incomes. And you need to have figured out, what are you going to do for medical insurance? So a lot of people are trying to retire before they're 65, before Medicare kicks in. So you have to have a detailed plan of what you're going to do for insurance. Me personally, I took a stab at it. I had talked to some coworkers and they had told me, yeah, it'll be about X amount of dollars. And when it came right down to it and I got on the insurance calculator, it was much more than that. So we ended up having to alter our plan, and probably I worked one more year to get some stuff paid off to make room for that budgetary item, because our insurance was very expensive. It was around $1,700 a month. So you need to do that. Charitable giving. How much charitable giving do you want to do in retirement? Through our employer, we did all of our charitable giving through our employer because they had the matches and all that stuff. We really didn't know what we wanted to do for charitable giving in retirement. And kind of my plan right now is, what I like to do is donate time versus dollars. And you can do that in retirement. You can donate your time. A charity could have a lot of money, but no way to distribute food, no way to distribute clothing, things like that. They need help sometimes. So you can give in different ways, but if you do want to give monetarily, you need to think about that, and you need to give that information to your financial advisor. Another thing you need to give some thought to is, what is your risk tolerance for investment? Because a lot of your money is going to be invested. You can't just save money and leave it in an account. It's got to maintain enough earnings to outrun inflation, because your money, you can actually have money in the bank and it be losing money because inflation's eating it up. So it's not enough to save. You have to invest your money, and you have to figure out what allocation fits for you. Do you want 70% stocks and 30% bonds? Me personally, I'm at a 60-40, and some of that depends on how much you have in your nest egg. The less risk that you need to take, the better off you are to reach your income goals. Take a look at your investment risk and see what you think you're going to be willing to accept for risk. And most importantly, you need to look at your income streams in retirement. You need to go to the Social Security, SSA.gov, set up an account, print out that sheet, and it will tell you how much you're going to make at certain ages in Social Security. And that's not adjusted for COLA, that's in today's dollars. And what I did, I gave my financial advisor everything based on today's dollars. So get in there, get your Social Security. If you have a pension, your pension probably has a calculator where you can figure out what your monthly payment's going to be or what your lump sum payout could be. So get on that calculator, print that out, print out the Social Security. If you have any rental properties, go back a few years and see what income you're generating from your rental properties. Also, do you have a side hustle? Do you have a side business? Things like that. What other income streams do you have that might help out in retirement? And are you willing to work part-time? Or do you want to work part-time? Maybe that's something that you're wanting to do. Just because you retire from your job doesn't mean that you have to completely stop working. If working is something you like doing, if you want to go work at the local garden center or Lowe's or something like that part-time to keep yourself busy, there's nothing wrong with that. So don't be afraid to go ahead and say, I think maybe I would like to make $10,000 or $15,000 a year side money, and I'm going to go just find a part-time job. If that's what you think you want to do, go ahead and tell your financial advisor. The more information you can give him, the more detailed plan that he can come back with, and the better your chances are for having a successful retirement. So I hope you're having a great day, and go ahead and watch this video next.